Hey guys, I know it's kind of soon for me to make another video, but hoping that cat distracted you for long enough to forget about what I said earlier. Let's just move on. This is going to be a hybrid guide by RSPS Alive. It's probably the most commonly used one. It's a really popular melee side to hybriding outfits. Well, for private servers, I should say. This is another very popular set. Pretty much the same thing as the other one, but Staff of Light and Arcane, or you could do the Divine, or the other one's name escapes me. But anyway, you can use any Spirit Shield, and yeah. Also another very popular melee set, called Darox. Another good outfit that a lot of people use. Big good bonuses too. And another good melee outfit. Next I'll be showing you the special weapons, like your weapons to finish them. One option is a Sarah Sword. Not the best option, I'm not gonna lie, but you could get that odd 40-40 out of it, so it's an iffy choice. The classic Dragon Dagger is a pretty good choice too, especially with the Dragon Fire Shield, because if you blitz them, then you run up to them, you Dragon Dagger spec, and then you Dragon Fire Shield spec. It's a really good combo, and I'll show you an example of that later. The old Armino Godsword. This one's very, very popular, and often leads to a knockout, or death, whatever you want to call it. But a lot of people will call it cheap, and I'm gonna have to agree with that one because I use it often, but just because everybody else does. So if you can't beat them, join them. I mean, but it's a good weapon. Obviously, everybody knows that. So if you want to give it a shot, go ahead. And finally, the Granite Mole. Or Granite Mole. I'm pretty sure it's Granite. Anyway, the Granite Mole is a very good weapon, but not so much for high levels. I'll show you an example after, but on Pures, it can get some really nice hits. Even on Berserker Pures, it can get some nice hits, but once you get past like 45, 50 defense, it's not so good anymore. But if you want to give it a shot, again, be my guest. I almost forgot to count this as a knockout weapon, but the Darox Great Axe, for that to work to its full effect, you're going to need the low health, and you need the helm. You need every piece of the armor. Some people will just go into the top and bottom in the axe. Well, it won't work. You need the helm for the big hit. Here's some prayers I recommend if you don't have the newer prayers. There's Augury, or whatever you want to call it, for when you're maging. You should put that on. Then if you switch to range, which I haven't shown in this tutorial, but I might later, there's Rigor, can't pronounce that either. And for melee, for combat, like hand to hand, there's Pity. Well, a lot of people, when they're risking a lot, get really like fidgety and will use Protect from melee, Protect from missiles, or range protect, and Protect from magic. So you might want to join them. I'm not sure how you roll, but if not, Smite's the best option in my opinion. And don't forget item protect on those servers where it actually takes skill to make your money. Here we go, the new prayers. Turmoil, Soul Split, Leech Special Attack. Pretty much all I'm going to worry about right now though is the item protect, which you're going to need once again on the server that take long to get your stuff. And you will also need Berserker. This keeps it I really suggest you pot up before you turn on Berserker, because it will keep your stats well, so you can see that boosted stats last 15% longer, and that's really significant. The Soul Split, which, like, when you hit somebody, you will get more health from that, so it really helps, especially when you're using Darox. There's Turmoil. That's by far my favorite one. It's just like Pity, but it's 10 times stronger. Really good prayer. I really recommend this if you could get it. Excuse me for my horrible switches right now. I'm on a laptop with no mouse, so you kind of have to excuse me. Oh, I got player jacked by a fraud. Just right. Sorry for my lack of commentary right now, but I'm fighting a guy which you guys cannot see right now. But he has a best of long sword and full Thaddeus, so it's just an argued combination for me. Oh, not to mention a chaotic rapier. Anyway, this is just an example of switching like I was trying to do in the first place. So I got distracted by this. Again, I apologize. Probably should have rethought this. Sorry for watching commentary again. I'm just gonna turn off the video. You guys saw enough. Switching with this set. I'll be back in a minute. So I showed you some of my style hybriding. Now I'm gonna show you a few tricks that I use when I hybrid. So a really quick way to switch from your inventory screen to your special attack screen. This is what I do when I'm trying to switch to my special. You right click, and then you press the button F1, you click, and then it's special. It switches weapons that easily. Works for Elemental Broadsword too. Works for any special weapon. This isn't only for hybriding though. You can do this while you're range G-Mole, range Granite Mole, range Dragon Dagger, anything you want. Another tip is, say if I have an outfit, just any random outfit. Sorry about this. Here, if I have an outfit in a line, rather than scattered all over, hold that thought. I'm trying to switch and my outfit's all scattered all over. I'm not going to be able to do it very fast. But if I'm trying to switch and I have my outfit in a line, fast switches, just like that. It's not a very complicated thing. I'm sure most of you knew that. It's common sense, but you never know. That's all I have for this week. I made our 2 videos this week. Next week I'll have another 2 videos. And we'll continue on like that, and I hope the channel gets well noticed. And yeah, so if you need any help with anything, or you want me to make any kind of video, tutorial, or anything, just message me or post a comment. Leave a comment on my wall even if you need one. Okay, well, like, there you go. See you next week.